Hi friends, this is Wanda and you are watching Happy Threads Girl channel, and this is a channel for ages 13 and up for adult collectors of American Girl dolls. If you are new to this channel, I'm so glad you found your way to our cozy little corner of the internet. And if you're returning, you know that we will talk about and celebrate all things 18-inch doll, from crafts, doll houses, doll stories, community, all of it. Today though, we are going to talk about crafts. So I tend to like these craft books that American Girl doll put out. So they put out this kind, and then they put out some like this. And for years, I've been collecting them. And then my friend gave me some. And then I have others that are still up on the bookshelf. So I've been thinking, time to start doing some crafts out of there, right? So it's summer and I want to travel. I'm going to do some traveling this summer. My travel is just going to be to Colorado though, so not exciting or exotic, but still travel, still excited, still love going back to Colorado, one of my favorite places on the whole planet. So anyway, so I thought I would start with the travel books. So I have this one, and then I had this one, and then I think somewhere in the stack of things that I received from my friend, there are some other pieces of it. So I was anxious to get started, so I did open up the book and I took out the little things. There was a little bag. Just one second, I'll show you. I'm back. So this was also in the little bag in the kit. Also, oh great, I should have grabbed the other one. I'll show you in a minute. So anyway, there was this bag, and then another book, there was another little duffel bag like that. And then there were lots of other little accessories that they included in there, like the little passport, which is so cute. I love these little passports. I wish when they did the World Traveler sets, they would have given passports, and then all the little World Traveler sets that they've done, that there would have still been the little stamps. I know a few of them came with those little stamps, but you know, that's just me being greedy, wanting more. And then what else? Oh, it had the deck of cards too. So things just fell. I love that for me. So there was a little deck of cards in there, and then I think they had one of these maps when it came in there too. So, but I did cut up some of the money that's in there. So anyway, so there's little fun stuff that was in there, and then oh, boarding passes too. There were little boarding passes that came in there. These are the American Girl doll ones. One of my kids gave me one of our generation things too, so I have some of those things mixed in there too. So anyway, so I have all these wonderful little doodads. So we have tickets. So anyway, so we have all the stuff that I have in here. So I'm gonna put all this in this bag here as I continue to talk. But so I wanted to make some of these crafts because I like to make crafts. So this is my year. I'm gonna do it, I said to myself. So I did open that up. Like I said, I was excited to get started. And I love the cover on here. I mean, look at that. Is that not the cutest thing ever? The little Paris, the little Eiffel Tower, and all that, you know? And I'm like, this is supposed to be a kid's craft book. I have more experience and more craft experience than a child, so I should be able to do these. So I have marked out some of the ones that I want to do, hence all the little tabs here. So we're going to go through this book together. So I am going to flip the camera around so we can go through the book together. All right, I have the camera turned around now so we can actually look at the book together. So we're going to look at this book. This is the one with the little Eiffel Tower on it. There was another version of it that I have, and it's this one. These crafts just, they're more like cut a sock with some holes in it and some, you know, make a drawstring bag. So these crafts I do feel like are pretty doable for a kid to do. They weren't as ambitious as I wanted to be. So anyway, we're going to start with this book because I thought this book had a lot of ambitious crafts in it. So I'm going to start here with this little part here. And I'm not going to really read anything here. I'm just going to kind of show you what's in here a little bit. And so craft with care. So it talks about how, you know, you need to make sure you're being safe and you're asking for help, and ask first. Ask if crafts ask you to use old items such as a shirt or a sock, always ask an adult for permission before you use it. Your parent might still need it, so check first. I'm really glad they put that in there, even though I don't feel like they do a great job in it through the rest of the book. So anyway, so there are some adorable crafts in here that I absolutely love. So we're just going to kind of take a little look here. And like I said, I did flag some that I did think that were super cute. So this is this first one, and it is about packing. And there's a couple crafts here. They have the travel posters, which are included into the guide, and then the travel backpack, and which again, that is like just taking one of those little drawstring bags and putting extra ribbon on it. So I think that's cute and doable for a kid. I wanted something a little bit more. The sleep mask, there is a pattern for that, and I will be making the sleep mask, so I do have that tagged. So I think that's a cute little craft, and they have the pattern for it in the book. The toiletry bag, I have questions about this one because it tells you to cut up some old bag. As a mom, I would not have been cool with that. And then it talks about making some little toiletries. Nothing really exciting. And then this next page is super cute with a little airline counter with them checking in. And then there's a little at the airport type thing. And so, let's see. Once again, really nothing that exciting other than the travel pillow. So I think I'll make the travel pillow because there's also the pattern for that. So we'll do the sleep mask and the travel pillow so far. And then this one, oh my goodness. So this one I had lots of questions about, the hotel room. So they have this beautiful little bed here that they have made. And then they go through and they tell you how to make this bed. And it is probably just as much money to make this bed, buying all the little pieces and gluing it together, that as would be to just buy an American Girl doll bed. Amazingly, like, I will not be doing this craft. I only flagged it because I just thought, like, I had to bring that up. So it is cute, like, you know, it's a cute room, but I don't feel like that it's really worth all of what they're doing. I mean, there's some cute suggestions on how to make an end table and the bolster, so, but we will not be making any of the crafts from this page. Next up is what brought me into all of this. So this is the Paris page. So here we go, we're Paris, and we have this beautiful Eiffel Tower in the back. And we have the directions on how to do it. Now, I do love the fact that there's no actual pictures of them making the craft. It is just actual, you know, drawings. So great. Did they actually ever make this craft, or did they make, because I doubt that they made it the way they say they made it in here, because I have lots of questions. This was maybe a craft fail for me. In fact, actually, I know it's a craft fail. So we're putting that as a craft fail. So the things are, though, that they do have you making is the beret, which is cute, and then a picnic basket. Also, you know, that's I feel like that's totally in a kid world. But this Eiffel Tower directions. Oh my goodness! It wants you to buy wooden letters, and we're gonna talk about this craft in my craft fail video that's coming up. So, but super cute scene. I'm hoping to recreate something very similar to this. Next up is, oh my goodness, could this setup be any more gorgeous? I absolutely love that. I will not be crafting this at this time, but I'm going to tell you, it is on my to-do list. I have great plans to do this. So I do like, it does give some directions on how to do the Great Barrier Reef, but I've been brainstorming some ideas with Happy Helper and my friend Otters and Elephant, who I mention often. So we definitely have grand ideas for how we can do a scuba diving scene. It won't be done soon, but it will be done eventually. So do love this one though. So cute. Look at this. Look at, use the curling ribbons and then the little clothespins to make the coral. And then you can see they prop the dolls up on like clear boxes. So like, I think that is so cute to do that for a photo shoot. So definitely excited about doing that in the future as a photo shoot. The next up is one of these crafts that I again question. So great page, right? We have the Leaning Tower of Pisa in the background. I think that's adorable. I think that's definitely a craft that a kid could do. Of course, that's just not what sets up the scene. What sets up the scene is this little fence here, and then we have this scooter, and we have, you know, the little cobblestone sidewalk. Adorable, right? Here's my number one problem. when you start to read all the directions for this scooter, oh my goodness, it is very complex. And I don't think I will be doing this because I actually have a scooter that I want to use instead of the scooter. But man, oh man, if your kid was wanting a scooter and you just didn't want to spend the money, or you wanted to do a craft project, you will have a project, my friend. This is a intense project in my opinion. Cute as all get out, but lots and lots of work. And I think that if I made this craft myself, I think I'd be disappointed in how it came out. So anyway, that's my take on the scooter. But the Leaning Tower of Pisa, that is on our to-do list. Next up is Mexico. And once again, I'm sorry, I'm not getting that picture in there. Adorable scene, right? Could that not be cuter? Just absolutely adorable. I love this. I think that it's a very cute idea. So we have the sombrero and the poncho and the macaraca. I butcher all words. Not even English do I speak correctly. So if I'm mispronouncing this. The macaracas and then the dress. So cute, and I may do this at some point in time, especially when we get into the fall. We might use some of these ideas for a Day of the Dead. So stay tuned on that one. And then OMG, is this just not the cutest idea ever? So they have these little patterns so that you can make your pets into safari animals. So cute. Isn't that a cute idea to do? So cute. Definitely will try to probably embrace some of those ideas because, I think they're doable. There's the patterns in there. So I think that's cute. I'm going to give this one, my thumbs up on cute, and I think easy enough to do. And then we have India. We have this beautiful scene. And I think this is lovely. And I think these crafts are fairly doable. I really do. I think that they're pretty easy. They talk about how to wrap the dress. It's really cute. I think, again, super cute. Probably not making this craft anytime soon, but a doable craft. I feel like this one is very, very doable. And then we have Beijing, China. And I love this little craft. And again, I'm not going to be doing this anytime soon, but I do love how they tell you to make the dragon. And that's just made from toilet paper rolls and some sticks. So super cute. We'll probably be doing that one. So love that idea. So cute. And then we have the Netherlands. So, and I think this has got some cute ideas in it. So we have this little hat that we'll be making. We will be making this. And then they have little cheeses down here that you can make. And then we have a little windmill. And I think we will be making a version of the windmill, just not this version here, but very cute, still very cute. I would say I was very lucky to be able to go to Amsterdam, and I loved it there. It's such a wonderful country, just wonderful, sweet, kind people. And I loved being able to experience some of the history of Amsterdam and just how the Netherlands fought and helped resist so much of the Nazi invasion and the fascism that they did. And I was able to tour the Anne Frank home, and we saw the outside of the Corinne Tannenbaum, I think is the name. I might be wrong on pronouncing that name. I'll put it in here in the bottom in the words because I'll look it up because it is important. But they were people that helped hide people, hide Jewish families and people from the Nazis from concentration camps. And it is those stories are very important to me. As I've said in other videos, Meep Gibbs is one of my personal heroes in life. I think she was an amazing, incredible human. So anyway, the Netherlands, we will be definitely doing the Netherlands because I have a huge attachment to that country. And then this brings me to one of my all-time favorite ideas and one of my all-time favorite countries in the whole wide world is England, London, England. I do love London, England. I love all things British family. And I definitely have been working on a phone booth. So I'm going to tell you right now, I think this phone booth is adorable. Do I think their directions are easy to follow? yes, if you have the box of the right size, this would be easy enough to follow. Do I think that a kid will make this? No. I think that if a child is trying to make this craft, they will definitely needing an adult's help in this. I had to have Happy Helper help a lot with this. This was a project that got a little bit away from us. But I love how they're telling you in here that to use a cardboard box. But I'm going to show you in this picture here. We're going to kind of look real close up. That is freaking wood, people. They lied to us. They're telling us that they used a cardboard box. They did not. They used wood. They cut this out of wood and they made it look fantastic. And there is no way that you will have the same results by using cardboard. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if you are trying this craft at home, know that you're going to need some additional help. So anyway, been working on this little scene here and been doing some fun crafts with this, and super excited to be able to recreate this little scene here. I'm not positive that I'm going to be able to find red shirts though, because I don't know what shirt is a red shirt and a solid red shirt to go under there. The best guess is Otters and Elephant helped me figure it out, and we think that it's maybe the long sleeved red shirt from a pajama set. So anyway, stay tuned on that one. We'll see how close we can come to recreating this exact scene. And then last is Hawaii. And I think it's cute. I think it's a cute little craft. I think it's totally, these crafts are doable for kids. I think some of these are definitely doable. So they that's cute. You know, you always have to be a little bit more careful to make sure that you're being respectful when it's someone else's culture. So I'm not sure I'll be doing that because we just I don't have any scene set up in my head for something like this, but that may be something in the future. So anyway, so that is the end of the little book there. So, okay, so we went through the whole travel book together, and I told you my kind of future plans with this and some of my thoughts already on these craft books. I will try to do as many of these craft books as I possibly can and share some more of my thoughts with you. If there's a craft book that you want me to do, or ideas that you have, or you've made some of these crafts and you have ideas about what I can do, I would love to hear your ideas about that. So definitely get into making some more craft videos. I did not take a whole lot of footage as I made some of the crafts. I'll have some photographs I can add in there. Just one second. Sorry about that. I had to get a little bit of a drink. I get these tickles in my throat, and I just had to make sure that I didn't cough in your ear. Got a little bit of a drink there again because I could feel that tickle coming on. So anyway, I am excited about making these crafts. Crafts are one of my other things that I love besides dolls. It's a big part of why I think I collect dolls, so I can make stuff for them. Because, you know, dolls never complain about anything. You know, they appreciate everything I make for them. So I love that about them. And so, but if you have made any of these crafts, or there are crafts that you want me to make, please let me know. I'm happy to accommodate those if I can. And if you have thoughts about the crafts because you've made them and you would like to help me out with giving me notes on that, I would greatly appreciate that. Because like I say, I am not the best crafter. I just like making crafts. And I'm just sharing what I'm doing, so maybe we can help each other build better crafts, make better things together. So I don't ever think I'm doing a great job, and so if you think I'm not doing a great job too, you're not going to hurt my feelings by telling me so. And if you have suggestions, like I said, please let me know. With that, I am going to say thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I appreciate your time so very, very much. And I just want to remind you again that our life is woven together through threads to create the tapestry of life. And each thread is a story, and your story is worth telling. And with that, bye for now.